What's going on, everybody? This is Rolling Code here. I'm going to be going through a few games playing Domri Rade today. So this is my first ManaStrike video. I've been playing since the end of the Ob Nixilis season. I picked up Domri as one of the first free Planeswalkers I got part of the rank up process, and been playing him a lot ever since. He's really great at ranking up quickly, he's really aggressive, and the style of deck that I play that we're going to take a look at is pretty standard from what you've seen, maybe at the top of the leaderboard. But let's just go through it card by card. I'll start at the top. We have a 3.7 average mana cost. So we've got some low cards to cycle. We've got some big hitters which will help us get through both on defense and offense. So first up is the Shivan Dragon. This is the backbone of our defense. This guy will deal huge splash damage, and even more so once he has time to power up. This guy is really important when you're facing Nahiri, Sorin, Tezzeret, basically anybody who's pushing hard on your tower. The Shivan Dragon is going to be key to your defense. It will make or break your games in most cases if you lose it. Next up, we have Overrun. You love it or you hate it. This is pretty core in every green deck that we're playing in this season. It gives you a lot of ability to clear out pushes coming your way on the ground, plus gives you that extra reach in the late game. Deals about 800 damage to enemy guardians and about 1600 damage to units and planeswalkers on the ground. So this gives us the extra reach once we've run out of Domri. If somehow they manage to stop that push, we try to close the game out with the Overrun. Next up is the Hell Rider. This guy is our main building damage unit. So he will pair up nicely with Domri. Dropping him followed by Domri gives him a nice attack buff, then speed buff, and then we get right on the tower, try and get in that damage ahead of time so that we can finish off those towers with the Overrun. Next up is our Giant Spider, our premier anti-air unit. So this guy got a buff in the last patch. His ranged AoE air attack went up to 8-meter range, so you can deploy him in the middle and he can hit both sides of the tower. Even if Tezzeret, or somebody uses their Helix to switch lanes, Spider can still keep on smashing those air units. He also acts as a pretty good off tank on the ground if air units aren't a big deal. Next up is the Fire Shrine Keeper. This is our main tank, our nice cheap red 2-cost unit. He will be able to soak up a lot of damage on the ground, help slow pushes down so that we can deploy our bigger units for defense. Got a small nerf in the last update. His HP was reduced about 150 points at max level, so he's a little weaker, but he's still solid for 2-cost. Probably the best tank in the game. Next up, we have the Hedron Scouts. So these guys are mostly for cycle. Quick defense against ninjas, Vengevines, quick attack on the towers if you can get Domri up front. A great way to drop them on, and if they can start chipping away, I can do damage pretty quickly. This is one of the key cards in the deck just to cycle. You'll see it in almost every deck just because it's so great for 1 cost. And lastly, but not least, we have a new addition. This is the Gluttonous Slime. Also received a buff in the last update. Biggest buff, I'd say, that came out of that update, besides maybe the spider range, gave it a reduction in mana cost from 4 to 3. It did lose a bit of HP in that process, but it is maybe one of the better off-tank type of units that is available right now in green. The reason being, even though its HP isn't as big as, say, Haunted Guardian, which I used to play at the 3-cost slot here, it does give you 7 bodies overall. When it splits 1 and then 2 and then 4, this does allow you to actually soak up a lot of time and a lot of hits from single target units like Nahiri and Sorin. It is actually pretty decent on the tower as well because it just keeps breaking up and has more and more units. So if you get this alone on a tower, you can see it's going to do a lot of damage. Not as much as some others, but it's pretty consistent, and it can really hold a planeswalker or creature in place while you build up the rest of your defense. So I've got this in the card boost slot, which I think has been a pretty good feature. They gave a few free ones in place of the Planeswalker in this current season with the Season Pass. Not a huge fan of that, but as a feature overall, it is a little bit pay to win, but I feel like it gives you the opportunity to test cards. So you can see my slime is actually only level 6, but boosting it up to 9 gives it a pretty decent buff, so that's why I'm using it here. So let's go jump into a few games. In this match, we played Sorin. Sorin can be a very tough matchup. Usually is a type of rush style deck, will push on your tower really hard, and if you don't stop him correctly, he will just blow through your towers. This is actually the second game I played back-to-back against this player. I lost the first one because I made a mistake, but this time I knew what he was coming with, playing the Reaver Demon build. So you can see I'll prepare for the defense here. He started off with his Reaver Demon from some crows. I set up my Fire Shrine Keeper to start soaking some damage with the spider right behind it. And see, here he comes, sets up his Sorin. Didn't spend too much mana on that, which he grabs the spider here, but Shivan Dragon's going to be ready to go. We're going to clear this out, even though he's using Honor of the Pure. We'll get through that, and Sorin's going to be held up here with the slime. And Dragon finishes him off, so nice successful defense. Right following this up, we've got enough mana, so we're just going to push right in with Domri. He drops Sorin again, doesn't get any benefit from his Enter the Battlefield effect, and I'm able to quickly clear him out and really put a punish on this tower. You see him dropping down another Sorin, another Demon. Spider's going to help clear this zero-cost Demon out, and Domri dies there, which is great though. We got that tower, barely took any damage, so we're in a good position going forward here. Just need to wait for him. We're a little down on mana. I think that was a mistake playing the Fire Shrine Keeper there. It wasn't really necessary, and these guys are just going to walk to their death. So I am behind on mana right now, and so I'm going to have to wait and save up. Luckily, he's not going too deep, but he's going to make a big push coming up here. You can see preparing with some Drudge Skeleton cycle. It's going to be Crows into Reaver Demon, and so we're going to prepare with the Slime. Get him up front so that he can start soaking up some damage when that demon gets close, and deploy the Shivan Dragon. And he's the key to the defense here. Usually they don't have too much way to answer Shivan Dragon. We can actually see in his hand though he does have Doomblade. He hasn't really shown that yet, but that's going to be a bit of a pain. It's going to deal some damage now. Should he have Doombladed the Dragon or the Spider? I'm not sure. Either way, we're able to quickly clear that demon and get on his tower, but not for a lot of damage. He uses his last Sorin as a defensive measure here, so we're going to just push in again with Domri, get close, try and kill his Planeswalker, get right on his tower, and yeah, just punish him. Well, he's got a ton of mana, Doomblade on our Hell Rider, and he's just trying to stop us as much as possible, but being up 2 towers, 40 seconds to go, this game's pretty much done. He did have a lot of mana, he summons a demon, trying to defend as much as he can. I don't think I'll actually finish off this tower in this game, but you can see all I've got to do is make sure he doesn't take out 2 of my towers, which at this point, the game Sorin, got a lot of tricks, but solid defense is the key to winning here. As long as you can stop those big pushes, you're able to take the win. Alright, this game we played against Calix, Berserker 63. Calix has raised in popularity in the last patch. He's got playing green, so he's got a lot of buffed units, access to core, so he can be a tough matchup. You can see here he's playing the Hornet's Nest, so he's got a little bit of an HP buff. Pretty annoying little flyers. We'll just start off with our Fire Shrine Keeper, maybe distract a few bees, just waiting to see what he's going to go with next. See a spider get dropped, so we'll put the dragon on the opposite side. Hopefully then we won't have to deal with the spider for this round, and we can get some value out of the dragon. See he's got slime coming up, so we'll deploy our slime over there in a moment, just to keep gumming up the ground on that side. Spider will help deal with some bees, and yeah, we'll get Domri and we'll make an attack on the top. Tried to core us, we're going to get some good damage. You see the scouts down the tower. He's going to play as Calix, and Dragon's going to go to work here. So he's just going to keep roasting. The slime does distract him for a minute, so he's going to go down, but we made some good damage on that top tower, so that was a really effective attack. You can see he's got a little bit of a mob, but look at the slime here. The slime's just going to keep his guys busy down on the bottom tower, prepare for us to get some mana, get a dragon down, so we can defend his incoming push here. With Calix coming up, we'll see what he does, but Calix is no match for our Shivan. We're just going to roast him down. And then we get Domri in so that we can start attacking that lower tower. And here comes Core, got Fire Shrine Keeper. And you see we drop the slime on the lower tower. So look at this, it's going to deal a bunch of damage just on its own. Even with Calix attacking it, we're going to get in some good chip on that tower. It's going to go down. Even with our little slimes, and Shivan Dragon still doing work. Keeps going. Domri gets in here. bust down his Calix, get some more damage on his tower. Now that top tower, I know it's got pretty much 1-2 hits, either an overrun or a Hell Rider is going to let us finish this off. At this point, we'll just kind of chill out. You know, we've got a decent amount of mana. He's not coming in too aggressively. And we're just going to use Slime to slow things down again over here. Slime's great as a tank like that. It just distracts them for so long. There's so many little bodies they need to take care of. And we're able to just get Domri in to clean things up. Here's Hell Rider, finish that top tower off so we can guarantee ourselves the lead. We've got good health on both of our towers. He hasn't really been able to do much. Here comes the overrun. That's one of our weaknesses. We really have to watch out because one overrun will beat us, but once he drops that, notice the way's clear, get that Hell Rider in. Actually, he gets a little double jump with the core pulling him away. So we're pretty much in a position here where the tower's in 2 overrun range, or almost 2 overrun range. Probably just outside of it right now. We're just going to clear out his ground forces here. Yeah, because he's not quite 1 overrun range, but pretty much as long as we can keep him busy here for the last 10 seconds, that's going to be a win for Domri. As you can see, here comes another overrun. He's trying to get us, but just can't close it out in time. Good game, Calix. Really tough matchup sometimes, but in this case, we were able to get that win. In this match, we're going to play against Garruk. We haven't seen him in a couple of seasons since they nerfed him pretty hard, but with green being as strong as it is, not surprising to see him in the ladder here. So in this match, we're going to get started off with our Fire Shrine Keeper as we normally do, just to cycle out until we can see what he's coming at us with. He's going to start off with a messenger, so we'll deploy our scouts to try and take that down before it gets too close. We'll drop a Shivan Dragon in the back, give it a chance to power up and deal with that messenger once it wakes up. You can see we've got a Sylvan Advocate. It's going to come try and take care of our dragon, so we're going to push up top with Domri and a Hell Rider. And it deploys the overrun. That's pretty hurtful, but hey, we got a Slime in the back, so that's going to start dealing some damage. And look at Garruk, he's going to sit there, he's just going to take it. Our dragon's going to be dealt with eventually by this spider, which isn't terrible. Garruk is just, again, wasting his time. We're getting damage in on that top tower, so that's actually a pretty good push from the start, even though we got overrun. We can see how Piggy's stuck behind Garruk, so he can't get up on the tower, and we're going to just distract him with the Slime again. We dropped the messenger really close, so we're going to drop our scouts, try and clear that out. It's going to be a bit of a pain. The Sylvan Advocate gets to our tower, so we'll kill it with the Fire Shrine Keeper. We're going to have to watch out for that messenger when it gets back up. Right here, we'll build up our mana a little bit more this time, get a Hell Rider and Domri, try and attack that tower again now that the nest is almost down. So it's good. Messenger gets a few slaps in, didn't really deal with that, but we're down to 2 overruns on the top tower, so that's going to be our focus for closing out this game. We can see here Garruk's making another push, get another messenger right on us. He's dropping several of his guys, so we're just going to keep trying to gum it up. Slime's going to do its job and keep distracting people, and Domri gets in there. One more Garruk, that's his last one. All we've got to do is try and get to that tower, but it doesn't look like we're going to get stopped at the bridge here. We got our scouts to finish off his messenger, he gets 1 slap in, and then we're just going to have to wait. Now that we're in ManaStrike, he's got pretty good defense up top. I think we're not going to get up to that tower yet, but we're going to send an overrun through, which will clear out most of his guys, get his tower down, and we'll prepare for our final defense and our final push. Our tower's in multiple overrun range, so all we have to do is make sure to keep the health up on it so that he can't overrun us in the end. Yeah, Domri will come down, buff everybody up, sends in his overruns, clear out our crew. That's alright, we'll just send ours right back on him once we get a chance. Probably should have tried to save it a little bit longer till his messenger got back up, because that guy's dangerous. I'm like 2 hits from losing my tower here. And we're actually going to see if he's going to be able to take it down with an overrun, but we know that's coming, so all we do is push the bottom tower with Domri and Hell Rider. Doesn't have much mana left over to really stop us. Drop the ooze, drop the scouts and spider, get as much as we can down, try and defend it, and here we go. Just in time, finish off that tower and get the win. So good game, Garruk. Pretty tough with overrun, but I think he only used messenger for his black. Our next match here is against Nahiri, against Snow Cow. Snow Cow from our Discord. If you're not a part of the ManaStrike Discord, you should join. Got a lot of active players on there, great discussion. Snowcow's going to be playing Nahiri. I think this is his main deck that I see him playing most of the time. Nahiri is a pretty tough matchup for us. You know, she gets, even with her nerf, if she gets on your tower, she's going to shred right through it. I start off here with Hellrider, because I didn't really have anything else to start off with. And he's got his own Hellrider up top. It looks like he's going to get one more hit than I did. He's made some good work on the top tower. Core's getting in there. We'll just use Spider to kind of stop that. He doesn't have too many flyers. Get Domri, try and go in, and he's going to cast a Star of Extinction. Going to slow down, stop our push. You can see Nahiri's deployed now, so we're going to have to prepare to defend here. We do not have enough mana for Shivan Dragon, so this is going to be tough, but Slime's going to buy us some time. We're going to be able to put our scouts down and use Domri, so try and get as much damage down on her as possible. She did get activated, and it was dangerous. Now that Nahiri is powered up, ready to go, Spider won't even stop her, and it looks like we're going to lose this tower up top. There's not much we can really do. Even Nahiri with even a sliver is enough to really chop you down, especially with her 2 other units there. But putting Slime down, at least got the tower, but killed Nahiri. Nice little Jace cry there. That is not a good start that we wanted. We can see Slime going in, and he's going to actually ignore the rest of it. We're still going to get a little bit of damage in here. I think little Slimes just chip away, do a little bit here. We're both going to wait, build up our mana again. We're going to have to prepare to defend this bottom tower, because, you know, he's going to be coming straight at it. So Shivan Dragon, got him this time. This Hellrider comes in, he's going to get a couple knocks in. Use the scouts, try to just defend as much as we can, and then we're going to keep pushing up there. What we're going to need to do is attack that top tower so that we can take it down. So once he starts a push down at the bottom, we're going to try and counterattack with Domri. That's going to give us the opportunity to then just go ahead and take out the rest of it. So yeah, now that he's committed, we go Domri, Slime, Hellrider, get them in. Slime is actually super fast. He does have Star of Extinction. He is ready to defend there. We are getting in close into overrun range, and yeah, just because Nahiri's hurt, let's clear it with an overrun. Oh, almost got that tower down. One Slime, oh, dead. So even though just Hellrider, we're going to clean it up because we have to. Get another Domri back in our pocket, and here's where Slime's going to do work, because he's going to come in, he's just going to start eating things. So Pummeler is actually pretty good against Slime. That's a good meta choice right now, but I think Domri's still able to do enough damage. Our Fire Shrine Keepers keeping them back. Nahiri's still alive, but here we go. Overrun's going to finish off for the rest of our ground force and keep our tower at a reasonable health. So that's pretty good defense. We're almost there. All we need to do is try and get enough damage to get this tower down, and Nahiri is coming right back. Domri actually was a good matchup for her, got in some quick damage. We're going into overtime. We are into overrun range, so we're just going to try and cycle as fast as we can. Luckily, she had enough damage that Nahiri was taken out by that overrun, and now it's just a matter of keeping him off the tower, keep him at the bridge. If he does get closer to the bridge, that is going to be a problem. I think that star, I think it should have been used on the units rather than the tower. So Nahiri gets to that tower, he's going to win. But we're able to squeeze that last overrun out. So good game, Snowcow. Good game, Nahiri. That was a tough one. Alright, this match we've got Kiora being played by Flipswats from Alliance. Kiora is generally a tough matchup for Domri. She's very defensive, has access to a lot of tools that shut us down, like Overrun and Sphinx of the Final Word. So we'll see how this matchup goes. I think we'll start off here with Spider. Usually she doesn't play a lot of flying units, so starting off with the Spider first. You see Hedron Scouts and Enclave Elites starting out. We'll put our Fire Shrine Keeper down at the bottom, and oh, so this Kiora's playing Bela. So she's going to try to make a big push behind that. So we're going to put our dragon up top to give us some firepower to try and take it down before it can get down to our tower. I'm going to drop a Hellrider and Domri to push down on the bottom. So that calls out Kiora from the depths. And she makes quick work of us, but that's alright. Spider up top is actually killing our dragon, which really sucks. That dragon's going to go down, but not before he really does a good number on Bala. So Kiora's coming in here, and oh, you see Vengevine. So Vengevine and Baloth are win conditions for her. This time actually was a little slow on the draw. Did not stop the Vengevine from getting on the tower, but Domri came down, helped get us through. You can see it didn't make it very close there, kind of got shot down. We did manage to drop a slime on it. We do have the spider distracting the tower, which means our slimes are actually getting in some good damage. As you can see, slime, good defense, pretty good on offense, just on his own. Getting in some damage there, and we've dropped that tower below half. See another Vengevine coming in, so we'll wait till it gets close, and then we're going to overrun in this case. We don't have anything else really good to stop it, and get some more damage down on the lower tower. So this is a very defensive Kiora deck. She doesn't really have a lot that can push on us hard, so we're just going to sit back, get our mana back up, and prepare for the next attack. As you can see, we're leading in the damage race on the towers, so all we need to do is keep pushing that bottom tower, keep getting damage in on it, and we should be able to close out this game as we go into ManaStrike here. The spider's approaching, so I'm not going to play my dragon. Not worth playing a dragon right into the spider here until we can actually distract it. So if you can distract the spider, you can get it attacking something, then you can think about playing your dragon. Again, late, but somehow our slime did manage to get Vengevine's attention, which was great. We're going to push in again. He's going to play his Kiora as he normally does, but get Domri down, get a couple swipes on the tower, so you're in killing range now. Deploy our dragon just to try and clear things out, but we'll see that it's going to be dealt with pretty easily by the spider. And try to overrun. Oh, I missed the bottom tower, so that was a pretty bad misplay. Was not able to get that extra damage, so we're going to have to keep fighting, getting close to ManaStrike, just ignoring things on the top. Keep his Vengevine distracted with the slime for long enough. I should manage, perfect timing on that lightning tower to stop my Hell Rider. We're getting closer and closer. We're almost in overrun range. We're going to use that to clear out this Vengevine, clear out the tower. So we've got just one more hit we've got to get down. We're going to get Domri, push him through as quick as we can, pass the Bailoff, drop the Hell Rider, and that's a good game, just into overtime. It's a good game, Kiora. It's a really close one. Really hard matchup most of the time. Managed to eke that one out. So in this match, we are facing Teferi. He is one of the hardest matchups for Domri. He's got great defensive capabilities, lots of tanks. He's got access to Core. He's got access to Sphinx of the Final Word. This one, really, you've got to defend his pushes and make your attacks in the right timing, because that Sphinx is really going to be a pain in the butt. So kind of waiting for him to deploy that and then try to counter it when you've got the time. We can see him starting off with a Wave Crash Triton. We started with our Fire Shrine Keeper and Dragon, expecting that we'll have Teferi attacking on the top lane, as he normally does when he gets his tanks going. So just going to wait, and you can see we're just biding our time, just waiting. Dragon is luckily not pushing into the Guardian range, and we're just going to throw down an overrun here. And then at the same time, we're going to start attacking down at the bottom. Our Dragon is managing to keep things pretty well handled, but we got Sphinx up top. We did get our scouts down on the tower, so that was actually a successful attack, despite having Sphinx come in and ruin our day. See, we're going to use the slime down at the bottom to distract his guys. Now we've got Fire Shrine Keeper, did a bit of damage, so Core's not going to be able to get in too many slaps on our tower. And now here he comes, Teferi. So we'll get our spider down to take care of the angel. We'll get some scouts down to try and get some damage on Teferi. And oh, look at this, we're actually able to clear him out before he heals. So that was key. That was definitely a mistake on his part. Maybe he just didn't have enough time, but now we're going to be able to put in some solid damage on his tower. We've got both of his towers pretty well damaged. So that was a great early game. Teferi, look at him. He's just sitting back there. He's got to slap all those slimes down. It takes so long, and we're going to come in with another push, expecting a Sphinx, because that's just what they do. He had enough mana, but that's 5 mana that he had to spend there. 5 mana he can't use to attack with Teferi up top. So you notice he had to invest a lot in his defense there, which didn't let him really attack. His Core comes down, which is going to be just battling it out. We got our slime to try and distract him, but he did get to our tower after getting pushed by Fire Shrine Keeper. Teferi is going to go down, and now our slime's just going to mosey up front. We're going to get Domri going with the Hell Rider, trying to take out this tower, and it's down, which is awesome. So now we're up one tower. All we have to do is defend, and we'll be good to go. Now that we took out that top tower, that means we can take out the bottom tower, and then that means we'll get another Domri back. So really quick, if you can get both of the towers low, we quickly chain those Domris back together, and now we're going to play Domri up top so that he can help defend us with the rest of these up here. Once I get that back around, a little late, but yeah, Domri on the Shivan Dragon and the Spider give us that extra oomph push through, and with 10 seconds to go, we're just going to ride this out to victory. Give him the Ajani Bow, because that's a really tough matchup with Teferi. If he's able to get down on your tower, and you don't defend him well, it's really hard to get those extra attacks in, because Sphinx can just be a real pain. But, good game, Teferi. That was good effort. Alright, our last match is going to be against Tezzeret. Love him or hate him, Tezzeret is usually on Ether Squall, which is Reaver Demon plus Ether Squall Ancient to have a flying, untargetable beast of a demon. Luckily we're playing green, so we've got the spider to defend against it, and look at that, here it comes. Here comes the Ether Squall Demon in the back, so we'll get our Fire Shrine Keeper ready to get up front for defense. We've got our spider in hand, set him behind so that we've got a defense. Here we go, we'll get ready, we're expecting the big push, we put the slime down, put down our Shivan Dragon, and oh crap, we helixed. Well, since we're not going to be able to stop this anymore, let's just go and try and trade towers here. We're going to see that the spider, even though he was on the opposite side, is still able to get him some damage. He did get knocked down, but his first Ether Squall is going down. We've got another spider in hand, so we're going to drop that. We are going to lose our tower eventually, but with his slow demon attack and with Domri powering up the spider, we're able to actually take him down. This Tezzeret does manage to stay alive, which is actually good for us. We'd rather him stay alive so that we can get in closer. We are able to drop in on his tower, and after clearing out the top tower, we're able to clear out the bottom tower, and Shivan's still alive up there. He really doesn't have any defense after investing everything into that push with the first demon and squall, and also with his helix. So we were able to deal some significant damage, and a little mistake from him, he misses on his helix on Tezzeret. We're able to drop our slime to just keep him distracted, keep him going there. We're going to keep going in on this tower, hopefully finish it off here with our Hellrider and Domri. Now that we've got this down, it's just a matter of defending for the last minute and a half here. So that's one way against Tezzeret. Sometimes you've just got to trade towers and go back on defense. If you can at least trade and then get in some more damage, it's not that bad to actually beat him. So you saw him cycling his helix since he really didn't have a great hand anymore. I do see he has blindness, which I don't think I saw him use too much. Maybe I missed that in the previous part, but we're in a great position here. We're just waiting to see what he's going to do. We're able to pretty much take out his Tezzeret in the middle. You can see he's going to push on the top tower again. Now we're going to deploy our dragon, because I think that's pretty much only avenue to victory right now, is if he can clear this top tower. We do see the Ancient, we see that come down, so he's got his Cloak Demon, set up the same defense we had last time, get ready to take him down here, and no, he's actually going to play Tez down at the bottom, flip everybody over there. We did drop in and keep ours down, but he had a bit of a weaker demon, we were able to still take that out. We've got two spiders on the field now. His Ether Squall is pretty slow, 10 seconds left, all we need to do is hold it up. If we can get that the last Guardian, that'd be great, but at this point, all we need to do is just hold him off. Last minute, Fire Shrine Keeper, distract the demon. That's a good game, Tezzeret. Tried to trick us with your Helix, but we managed to take it down. So that's going to do it for us today. Hope you enjoyed seeing Domri Rade gameplay. We saw against several different Planeswalkers here. Just one last look at the deck. So you can see. So this deck is pretty solid. I think Ooze, or Gluttonous Slime, was a great addition in place of the Haunted Guardian. We saw it do a lot of work, distracting Planeswalkers, getting damage in on the towers. I think this is a pretty solid lineup if you're looking to grind up. Thanks everybody for watching, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.